Hey guys, Brennan here. Welcome back to Rain Code. Last time we did stuff in the lab and Yako got, like, attacked by the hitman guy. And we don't know if Yako's gonna live or die. And it's kind of cool, I guess. But also, like, kind of not cool at all. But we're just gonna play some Rain Code. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna find out what the hell is going on, with this hitman guy. And we're gonna do this mystery labyrinth.
Again with the falling. Why can't it ever be a gentle landing? Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
He's probably like, I fucking know, ugh.
So, this place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
Wow, he catches on really quick.
You can tell? Oh, well, anyway, this actually isn't my forte.
Her
It's-
power.
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
So you really could see me this whole time.
Of course he could.
He could?
It's due to my spiritual affinity. Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent. Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before.
He was just a little wispy thing.
I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it. Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency and saw that death got clear as crystal. After that, I did some research. I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death,
Great.
and also that someone had taken it.
Did I take it? Before I lost my memories?
Most likely, yeah, because you're in possession of it.
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Just a handful?
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, this is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits?
Yep.
My guess is, clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery, causes its true perpetrator to die.
You'd be exactly correct.
If that's the case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands.
I mean, technically, I killed nobody with my own hands. I killed a lot of people with a mystery labyrinth.
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
But you cleared the labyrinth, so, like, you're responsible, lol.
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
What? Hey!
You could just not solve the mystery, lol.
No point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh? Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself.
Of course not.
So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
Great.
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
Regrets. I don't have any of those. But there are still some things I've left unfinished.
But you say all the time, I want to die someday. Why not that day be today, you know?
Especially after you exposed the mystery of this case.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
I feel like you're in some way responsible for what happened to
I don't care
Yako.
what you do, just don't get in our way. Well, Master, let's do the usual.
Yeah, okay.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
No.
I am.
Very likely I'm just gonna do the one mystery labyrinth today. Just cause I don't know. Kinda did this as more of a spur of the moment thing
Is that
anyway.
sword for cutting through mysteries? This place must be pretty dangerous.
It's like I wasn't really planning on streaming today, and then I just decided, like, I don't know, probably half an hour ago that I wanted to stream.
Here you go, Master. Here's your solution key.
Is that key something like a clue for the case? Wow. Looks like you're ready to go.
Could you be more of a downer? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you. So let's go and unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Let's hunt down this culprit who preys on the truth.
We have to walk? This is unbearable.
Come on! You're bumming me out here.
Hell yeah, rain code,
You were
so
gonna
true.
ignore him. Say, Vivia, do you remember anything about the
Nope.
case?
You mean Doctor Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yako was attacked?
Oh, that's so weird that he does actually remember it.
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
That's pretty rare. It must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
Maybe because he already knew about the death god.
Thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
He's like able to retain his memories.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery labyrinth.
I guess coalescence got overwritten. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability. I don't know either.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
No, it's not.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
I 100% have been on board with this theory that coalescence has nothing to do with Shinigami this whole time.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
So now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness. What a relief.
Jeez! You ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
I don't think I ate food today now that I think about it, but you know, that's fine. I'll eat something after I'm done streaming. Got cinnamon rolls in the fridge that I need to make at some point, so I'll probably just make those.
Ooh, there's that mystery!
Huh? I wish they wouldn't spring out of nowhere like that.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits. But it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Oh, cool.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
Damn. Damn, I'm stupid. You're so right, Shinigami. I am stupid.
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Maybe there is no problem. Maybe you're the problem, Yuma.
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either.
Bizarre.
Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
That's so true. Because I don't remember, like, anything, because I played this game, like, 4 days ago, or something. Or maybe even longer ago, maybe even, like, 5 or 6 days ago.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
Dude, I remember, like, 2 things, and they have already been said.
The first mystery is the fact that Dr. Huesca was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or
Yeah,
out.
the locked room mystery is definitely the first matter of business, in my opinion.
The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security.
I did remember that much. I did remember the locked room mystery.
And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel.
True.
Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits. But we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab? That's what I don't know.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yako. That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
I feel like I should have shaved before starting the stream, but I was being really lazy about, like,
Peacekeepers?
wanting to shave, and also the water at my house is fucking weird, so, like, I just didn't bother.
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing here?
It's weird right now. It's not always weird. It's just, like, right now, there's, like, a problem with, like, our water system. So, like, it's, like, super chlorinated right now when it's, like, only supposed to be, like, a little bit chlorinated to, like, get filtered. And then, like, once it's, like, through that purification process or whatever, because it's, like, it's just to take, like, heavy metals out of the water, basically. Like, well, not heavy metals. More or less, like, sulfur out of the water, I guess. Particulates and such out of the water, because we have like we have like hard water here, and we have to run it through a system or whatever. So you know, but like something screwy with the whole system happened, and now the water's like cool water.
Yomi Hell Smile.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
True.
Yeah, but he's just part of the Mystery Labyrinth.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Right.
You pieces of shit. You're disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward!
We're fine.
This guy doesn't seem like an easy opponent.
But we have no choice. For Chief Yako, for everyone.
You killed Dr. Huesca, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
Nah, we didn't do shit, man. I like that design. I think it's really neat. Alright. Come on. Come on, load for me, game. Here we go. Okay, what do we got to work with? Toxic gas properties, She-1 Amaprels.
You're the ones who killed Doctor Huesca.
No.
You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab.
Also no.
And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active.
Okay.
In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
There was.
This is the truth.
Got him.
When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab.
At first I was like, I didn't quite, like, piece together the whole, like, how I was supposed to prove or anything, so I was, like, figuring it out as I went, and then, like, that last statement came up, and I was like, there was an intruder, though. Do I have anything that can prove that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, footprint, yeah.
But something
Love
bumped into it and
figuring
knocked it
things
over.
out on the fly.
In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence? Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth?
Okay. Yeah.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, this is a repel.
Shit. There was an intruder?
No!
That's impossible. And in fact, you proved that yourself.
Okay.
Damn.
Self-serving arguments. It's all made up. Use your powers of deduction and repel the contradiction.
Don't make me laugh. Shit. There was an intruder?
Let me repel the fact that I'm a little shit. Yeah, that's gonna help.
That wasn't it.
Watch carefully for what the opponent says. Select.
Got it.
Don't make me laugh.
I'm not a little shit. Shut up.
Shit. There was an intruder? That's impossible.
It is possible.
And in fact, you proved that yourself.
No, I didn't. I mean, no, I didn't. Oh, I didn't have enough time to react after I hit that noise. Alright.
Don't make me laugh.
Immediately after making myself look real cool on the first part, I make myself look really lame on the second.
That's impossible. And in fact, you proved that yourself.
Okay. Hit this. Hit that. Oh my god. That noise is annoying. I think what it was I cleared the first noise and then like reacted too early.
Don't make me laugh. Shit.
Oh, Lord.
There was an intruder? That's impossible.
Watch me screw up this part for like 20 minutes.
And in fact, you proved that yourself.
Hit the noise. Hit the noise. Okay, I guess the other one doesn't matter. It's fine. We're fine.
What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh. If there was another intruder, then where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene,
This map is definitely going to be the solution. I just don't see exactly where the solution is on there.
there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical room.
Okay, that is true.
Say,
Speaking.
Oh, it's probably related to
If
the other
there-
thing right now, actually.
Was another intruder, then where did they
Ow.
go? By the time you arrived at the scene,
Absolutely failing at raincoat
there was
gameplay.
no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical room.
That's true.
There's no way they got past you. Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it?
Aw.
say.
Pretty detective and that sheltered skank were there too, so no one could sneak by without being seen. But look at that solution key. There was a space in the room that a person could fit in.
That's right.
If
Let me... Can I look at these a little closer? It's okay.
there was another intruder, then where did they
Let's
go?
just try to see the whole layout of this, because I'm not exactly sure what
By
I...
the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical room.
I think that's still true.
There's no way they got past it.
Ow.
Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it? That's obviously impossible. Isn't that funny? You just proved you committed the crime.
No. Aw. I'm so bad at this right now.
Right.
But
Can I get the, like, full menu actually real quick?
If there was another intruder,
I'm not seeing... I don't think that's relevant. I believe I already tried to use this on the There's Nowhere to Hide. Try to use it on the other one, I guess.
then where did they go?
I don't know why that is not a good enough jump to get over that, but
By the
whatever.
time you arrived at the scene,
I just dodged into
There
that.
was
I'm
no one
playing
else,
so
right?
badly right now.
there's no place to hide in the critical room. There's no way they got past you. Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it?
Okay,
speaking of which,
oh shoot, man.
If
Maybe it is this on the
there
other thing.
was another intruder,
Maybe I'm crazy.
then where
Like
did
this
they
is the
go?
only thing I haven't really tried yet, so I guess it has to be the solution. I'm so
you
sorry.
arrived at the
I'm so
scene-
bad at the game right now.
There was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical.
Okay.
Slash through this mystery.
I feel so stupid now.
There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vent cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway. Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong. Have fun chasing that fake truth you found.
Man, I'm so trash today. Man.
We managed to defeat him this
I feel
time,
like
but it's not over yet.
I feel like I might have done that better if I had actually played this right after doing the investigation, but because I took like a multiple day break. And also, I feel like I just like wasn't thinking about it properly.
He sure is persistent, huh?
God, I feel so stupid.
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab.
You want to make myself look really cool in the first like one section and then immediately make myself look really, really lame and bad at the game immediately after. Real cool.
So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
Was there an intruder?
Come on.
Obviously.
Why does it have to be so sudden?
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and
Obviously, yes. I skipped through that text. That's my bad, but...
Right here!
We're just now getting to the point? What a pain.
Hey, don't sigh. This is a good thing.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
Alright.
There was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapal.
Yeah.
The culprit probably hit Amapel on their way out. After that, they must have intended to leave the lab. But they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the
You
scene,
would have found the culprit.
you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
It's not an excuse,
It is.
but it is true. If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them. And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Yeah.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Right.
Really? Another fork in the path.
Fun. How did the culprit enter?
Seems like we're finally at the central question. This is the first step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
Never entered in the first
I leave
place.
the rest to you. I'm going to read a book or something.
You can bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
He's just special.
Activated security by cutting power. Never entered. Invited in. I feel like it's gotta just be this one. I know that it was on a separate system. I remember a little bit about like that. The thing is that like what's ultimately going to be lost is like small details. I still remember most of what happened.
To slip past security and into the lab. That answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
Yeah. I feel like this is definitely going to result in a dead end, but I feel like that dead end is important to reach.
Huh? A trap?
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
Yeah, I figured as much because the secret lab is on its own separate system. But
What? Why didn't you
I don't know.
tell me?
You wanted me to tell you? You should have said so earlier. People only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Use logic to show how this fruit is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
Alright, here we go. Why is deactivated security by cutting power not correct? Critical Labs security system operates on a separate power system that is managed than what is managed in the electrical room.
The doctor said the critical lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room. The security wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building.
Yeah. This will probably just bring us back, but I feel like it was important to go down there anyway.
Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
I know. I'll do better next time.
I feel like going through each door and like eliminating the like less plausible ideas is better than just like immediately, well, not necessarily better, just it can, I feel like it can be helpful sometimes. I'm gonna be insane and say that they never entered, which is crazy and probably 100% wrong.
Right here!
Culprit never entered? But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit after all.
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide? If the doctor committed suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
But if the doctor did it, there would be no intruder. The doctor was already in the lab.
I feel like the intruder went into the airlock.
Huh? His route is wrong too?
Nah, I feel like if you're following this train of logic, the intruder went into the airlock, hid, the doctor killed himself, kicked Amapal over, and then killed himself. Which is baffling. And probably 100% wrong, but it is a like possibility. So like clearing it out, I feel like is worth putting time into, you know.
Again?
No need to worry, Yuma. I don't mind it at all if we can't find a way to move forward.
Sheesh. Even I'm losing motivation. You can take care of this on your own, can't you, Master?
Don't let him influence you!
Alright, we got this, we got this. Oh yeah, he was stabbed in the goddamn back. Not the easiest place to stab yourself.
That's right. The doctor was stabbed 3 times in the back. One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself.
I don't know, I feel like you could stab yourself 3 times in the back, but you know, whatever.
But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of flimsy reasoning, but it's kind of ridiculous to assume it's a suicide anyway.
No excuses, Master. Do it again.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
No, I don't want to.
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
Okay, now let's actually do the correct answer. Which, like, I didn't want to go with this one, because this one just didn't... To me, it seemed really obvious, and, like... My brain was just like, why would he have invited this guy in? So I guess we'll find out why, but it just kind of seemed ridiculous to me that the doctor would have invited someone in when he knows that there's somebody out to kill him. But whatever.
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to pick this route. I don't
Things
know.
are so muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside. If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
So true.
So you think the doctor disabled the security? He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
Huh? What? This was the last route!
Oh, they're all wrong.
It's a tricky one. It's like one of those old detective novels. Perhaps you're the real culprit, Yuma.
Really, Master?
Of course not! Focus! We need to get out of here!
Oh, yeah, but I forgot about this. Security system was never, like, turned off. The last time it was turned off was 90 days ago. I forgot about that. But that is so true.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down.
But, like, in general, like, why would he invited anyone in to begin with?
If that's the case, he certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in. What's going on? Were all 3 routes wrong?
Yes.
I wonder what it means.
Means that we're not, that we don't know the truth. Means that's what that means. We don't know the true path. We have to look at things from a different perspective. Something. I don't know. How did the culprit enter the lab?
Hey, there's another door!
I get it! Since we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared!
Interesting. The mystery labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your investigation.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
Yeah, I sort of felt like that too.
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, You opened the path to the right answer.
True.
You sound disappointed.
Who cares? Let's just see what's in the final route.
Ow.
They use spectral projection to enter and kill him?
Yeah, Vivia, got any explanation?
Then the culprit is...
Vivia...
I can't believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's never happened before. How dare you trick me! There is no escape! Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged! Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and both kill this dude!
What? Hold on!
I don't even think that's necessarily true. Because I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that Vivia fucking killed this guy.
Huh? Another trap?
Yeah, no, of course.
That's why I said to wait. There's no way Vivia is the culprit.
Then prove it and beat this thing! I won't be convinced until you do!
You can't pick up objects in spectral projection. Ghost form traits, boom.
To begin with, nothing can be touched while in ghost form. He couldn't have held the murder weapon, the knife. So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor. Now do you trust Vivia?
Master, I've said this 1,000 times, but a detective must suspect everything.
Well, I didn't suspect him because I remembered the fact that that's bullcrap.
Besides, it's his fault for being so sketchy. The way he looks, how he talks, everything is super suspicious.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Sorry. I do try to stay out of sight.
Anyway, let's go back.
If he's not the culprit, then we're back to square one.
Let's try going back to the fork in the path. Maybe something else changed. Nothing's changed.
There aren't any new doors. What? There's nowhere to go? What was the point of eliminating all the other paths?
Come on.
Don't start with that again. How about you help us for a change? You better cooperate, unless you want to get chopped up by Master Solution Blade.
Hold on, Shinigami.
I don't want to get chopped up. I dislike pain. Immensely.
Yo, me.
But you know, the journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
True.
But that means nothing if we can't reach the truth.
It sort of means something on its own. It gets us closer a little bit.
Nothing. Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Huh?
It's easy to say you want the truth. But are you sure you can handle it? No matter how cruel that truth may be.
I mean, not really, but you know, I'll say yes anyway.
Can I handle it?
I'm still not sure if you're the kind of person who can. I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant. This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance. Maybe that's why you can't reach the truth.
Yeah, you don't even know if you want it.
What are you talking about? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet. Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice. When that happens, you'll have to prove your conviction and expose the truth, like you said.
Enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
As an apology for the distraction, let me tell you something. This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation.
True.
So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
Carve my own path?
Just realized that my mic gain was low this whole time, so if I was sounded like I was really quiet, that's why.
That's right, Shinigami! We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see. I was so focused on how to overcome the security system. But that's not right. I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Don't box yourself in with your own assumptions.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do. But if Master wants to, then fine. I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out, Master.
Alright, here we go. Barrel time. Alrighty.
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle?
Who is capable of overcoming the security system?
That's right. Nice.
I'm a pal.
A new route appeared.
This is all thanks to me.
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I've never been happy or sad in my entire life.
So true.
I want to die someday.
This guy's hopeless.
Anyway, let's explore this new route.
Alright. Here we go. Stairs we go.
When you think about who could get past security, the only option we know of is Amapal.
True, and that's how we were able to get through security ourselves.
But it's just a toy robot, right? How is it related to the case?
I don't know yet, but Since Amapal can get through security, it must be important.
Hmm. Oh, hell yeah.
It's sealed off here, too.
Hey, there's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way.
Oop.
Huh? Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was attacked?
Yeah, you're right.
The mystery materialized. Must be related to what the doctor just said. So the question is, who did the doctor say, "Who are you?" to? Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
No one, the culprit, or Amapal. I don't think it can be the culprit anymore. But I don't remember the like order of events. Cuz like I feel like we sent in Amapal after the doctor had like already been attacked, right? So I don't think that would have been the moment that he would have seen our Amapal, unless there was a second Amapal, which there could have been, I suppose. I'm gonna say Amapal.
At this point in time, you still hadn't borrowed Amapal, yes? And Amapal itself has an alibi.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
However weird it may be to talk about a robot having an alibi. And normally, I don't believe anyone would shout out, "Who are you?" to a robot.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I would have expected. I kind of still feel like it's Amapal anyway. But it's gotta be the culprit. It's just gotta.
I can certainly understand why you'd want to choose that. But wasn't security active at that point? I considered all the various possibilities, but I couldn't figure out a way to get past the security. If I'm right, then there is no basis to infer that someone had entered the doctor's lab at this point. Which means you can't say the doctor was directing those words to the culprit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's what I was thinking too. So I guess it has to be no one, but like... That's crazy. That's crazy. This case is bizarre.
The trap didn't activate. Does that mean we No one?
That's so
Why would
crazy.
the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right?
Ah,
And that was before I borrowed Amapel. So the only explanation is that no one was there.
Why would he say that if no one was there?
that doesn't make any sense.
I think if we go there, we'll find the answer.
What? That route's obviously just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind.
Yeah.
It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
Man, this is so weird so far.
So, Master, do you have an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
An act? Really?
That's so weird.
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why.
Yeah.
We have to figure that out by going down this doctor's motive route.
And this case is like way more than the others. I feel like there was no way for me to have figured out like any of the details before Yuma's supposed to be figuring them out, I feel.
He's here too?
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Huesca's motive this way? Good luck with that, morons! He had no motive at all!
I feel like he was letting the fucking guy in somehow, but like...
Well, you said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
We can't do that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Nah, fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
Alright, here we go. Photo. Doctor's email records.
This was all... part of...
Assumed that's Yako in the photo, but it could be the doctor.
The doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood.
Okay.
You
I
probably
think I jumped too early or something.
Huesca put his soul into his work. The research was going well. The doctor was...
I don't think it was. Yeah, no.
loyal to Amaterasu.
No. No, he wasn't.
This is the truth. No, the Doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
Yomi's rebuttal. What was that? What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Right. The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu. And whoever he was emailing knew
Yeah.
that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that.
Oh.
It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
Okay. How did the doctor plan to escape the Kanai ward?
Which means this is a complex problem. We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before. Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
As always.
Terrorist bombing, blackout, swapping places. This terrorist bombing. Does that tie into the thing from last chapter? Let me look this over real quick. I feel like it's gotta be the blackout because the power to the facility was cut for some reason, you know? Oh, I forgot about this. It's swapping places then. He needed someone to enter the lab so he could kill them and then swap places with them.
I could let Yuma handle.
That's so weird.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu. The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
At the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow! Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid? Yay! So cool and grotesque!
Yeah, that's messed up.
So who was the substitute supposed to be?
I guess the hitman. Oh.
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape.
He put the hit in on himself? That's so crazy.
When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived.
I'm going a step further. I'm going a step further beyond the when he learned there was a hitman after him and saying he hired that damn hitman himself.
The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
Crazy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
And that was the act he put on by asking you, who are you?
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
Hmm.
He was trying to lure Master?
He considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up.
Yeah, like putting himself in the detective custody and getting the hell out of there via us or something.
So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system.
Ooh.
And thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
Still, okay, so he was still trying to kill us then. That's messed.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out.
Like, no.
Well, he couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence. He needed visitors. People from outside to pull it off.
Man, I'm looking real. I'm Makoto Kagutsuchi. I'm real sus of you right now, man.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab...
But also, wasn't Makoto Kagutsuchi the one who told us about the security system?
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now. Aw, so close.
You want that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman. I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
Assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom...
The hitman waited until Amapal disabled the security, and then rushed in after. Is what I'm thinking happened.
We at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange.
Yeah, we let the culprit in.
So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
When we let them in ourselves. Okay. Man, this game is so cool, though.
Where are we?
This place is a real mystery. Then again, I suppose that checks out.
Huh? Shinigami?
Yeah! Master, this looks like an important turning point! So, is that your final answer?
I haven't said anything yet!
Culprit entered the lab before Amapal. That's a huge no.
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death! We're at the crossroads of mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last.
That's a big fat no.
Now, Master, which one will you choose?
I'm gonna go with no. Okay, game's forcing me to go with yes.
When I directed Amapal to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Which means he was murdered before Amapal entered the doctor's lab.
Your answer?
Is wrong.
Is correct! Congratulations, Master! Would you like to double down?
No thank you.
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
Bizarre.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Before
Yeah,
Amapal.
but we still don't know how yet. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapal entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master. The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
Maybe.
But Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapal. She said no one entered or left the lab.
Did the culprit enter 90 days ago? Is that the weird fucking thing that we're gonna find out? That the culprit entered 90 whole days ago? I swear to God, if that ends up being the case, that's insane.
Huh? We're back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in.
Yeah.
Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
Vivia, you just want me to die, man.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
Where was the culprit before the crime?
This is a map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too. Do you know where, Yuma?
Here. The culprit must have been here.
Yeah, I think they were in the same spot they hid when we went by. They were just casually in the hallway.
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside.
Yeah.
But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There, the culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
Yeah. That sounds perfectly reasonable to me.
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime.
Nope.
So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
Had to have been.
Yeah, the culprit was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Amapal into the airlock.
And from there, Yuma, you guided Amapal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then? How would that be possible? Only Amapal could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Maybe the culprit used another Amapal unit.
No, the researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it?
They stood on
There's
top
no
of it with
solving the
one
doctor's
foot, and
murder
that's why it
until we
left a
figure that
footprint.
out.
I don't know. That's ridiculous.
Well, I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
What is it?
How about giving up? I'm getting tired.
Nope, motion denied.
I kind of feel like the truth is that they stood on top of Amapal as we were moving it, but that sounds and seems
Another
ridiculous.
fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
Especially with all the amount of times that I stopped to just play the random sound effects for like 2 minutes straight.
We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
Weapon as a shield, neither. How did the culprit use Amapal? It's got to be as a shield, I think.
Huh? What do you mean, use Amapal as a shield?
Can't get killed by the thing.
Amapal is supposed to be sturdy enough to withstand an elephant stepping on it, right? The culprit may have used Amapal as a shield against the security system.
So, the culprit followed behind Amapal to avoid the toxic gas and explosions?
I get it! You're so smart, Master!
Really? I don't think so.
Hey! Master just showed off how smart and logical he is.
I don't think he was following behind. I think he was standing directly on top of it. It's got a really flat head.
Smart after all! Come on, take it from the top!
Nope, we're wrong. We might be wrong. We're probably wrong. Yeah. Okay, I was wrong. Toxic gas can be bypassed with Amapal. No, okay. Oh, right, because you'd still breathe that in and die. Stupid.
Yeah, even if Amapal itself is fine, it wouldn't be able to protect the culprit from the toxic
Yeah,
gas.
right. I'm dumb. High voltage shocks can be bypassed with Amapal. That's also a no.
Even though Amapal is sturdy, it couldn't withstand the high voltage shock from the panel chamber.
Fubuki, did you kill somebody?
Which means it'd be impossible to use Amapal to protect yourself.
You're only realizing this now. At this rate, you'll be a grandpa before you stop being a rookie.
Fubuki, did you kill someone?
Perhaps you will improve in the next
I think she
life.
might have killed someone.
I'm trying my best in this life.
I don't think she did, but like it sort of seems to be steering me in that direction of like potentially Fubuki did it. It's gotta be neither. It's gotta be neither. Because if it's not a shield, I don't see how you could use Amapal as a weapon, because, you know, the whole robot design is designed to be, like, pretty safe.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
Maybe?
Given the process of elimination, that must be it. Amapal's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor.
So true.
Which means Amapal wasn't the murder weapon. And the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield.
Yeah.
It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock will destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapal?
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
So weird, man. So weird. Maybe the culprit has an ability that
That was the wrong
allows
answer.
them to
Come on, Master!
ignore the rewinding of time? and they brute forced the security by getting through it while Fubuki was rewinding time or something crazy like that.
We've been here before. It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Huh? Even the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
Unless the culprit's Fubuki.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapao. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Fine. Just one thing, then. We're back at... Where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at... How did the culprit use Amapao? With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
True.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapao was used?
Yeah.
Help him out more! More!
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapao were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
Ooh.
The culprit did something to Amapao?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey, now that you mention it, back then...
I don't remember at all.
Oh, hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapao sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa,
Oh,
what was that?
right. The fucking system, like, glitched for a second.
Did it break already? I thought it was state of the art.
No, it's alright. It's stabilized. There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapao.
Yo.
It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't...
That was a clue to help solve this
Oh,
mystery?
I accidentally, like, skipped that. You don't need any additional help from me. Okay.
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them.
Okay.
Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapao's camera showed the culprit.
Yeah.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapao, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapao to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it...
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off? How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapao's camera?
I feel like this is where the they were riding on top of Amapao thing comes in, but that doesn't explain how they, like that's just my theory, obviously, that hasn't been confirmed yet, but that doesn't explain how they live through the toxic gas, and that's the biggest flaw in my theory that they were riding on top of the robot.
Hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
Oh, one mystery after another!
What caused the malfunction? Why didn't the culprit appear? How did the culprit use Amapal? Where was the culprit before the crime?
What do you do now? It's a Pandora's box of mysteries!
Let's stay calm and think about it. There's plenty of time.
Or not. I'll keep reading while you wrap things up.
Remember what he said, Master. All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Yeah, I'm gonna really have to use my weak brain cells.
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? All of this can be solved with just one answer?
On top of Amapal's head! As transportation. Culprit jumped on it. They were on top of the head.
I got it! The culprit rode on Amapal's head, using it as a method of transportation.
I still don't know how they lived through the toxic gas.
The door opened!
100% that had to be the thing. That's what I was thinking before, but like...
With every open door, it will be harder for you to turn back. Are you sure you want to keep going?
Absolutely! I will find the truth no matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapal.
True.
What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapal and used it to get through.
Yep.
After we left Amapal in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination device. Then they jumped on Amapal's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable. Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So, someone riding on it shouldn't affect its functionality.
The shoe print on Amapal's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it. It was left there from the culprit hopping on and off.
After that, the culprit simply rode on it as it moved toward the doctor's lab. By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
You're right. If it's true, it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagine the culprit riding on a robot! Makes me laugh!
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains.
How did they live through the toxic gas?
What's with that new sign?
The greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
This case's greatest mystery? This is the panel chamber.
Yes.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
When did the culprit get off Amapal?
mystery you mentioned?
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Yeah, when did they get off? That is important.
Beats me.
When it would have been possible for them to get into the room ahead of us. Oh, it's 100% wall opening the door.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapel entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapel at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this?
I still don't really know how they lived in the toxic gas chamber. Because, like, that's still a problem even if they are riding on Amapel.
I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction
Wait.
and toss it in the trash. I am the saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like
Were
you!
they just, like, high enough off the ground that it didn't matter? Because that's crazy.
The culprit... It hopped off Amapal as the door opened.
Oh man, I'm
then
so bad
slipped
at
through the
jumping
gap in
over
the
these.
door.
It's like, I feel like you gotta jump
You
over
never
them.
think the slaughter artist. Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed.
I tried to jump.
The culprit must be really lucky. What? Did they use some sort of special power? Or
Right.
Amapal's camera had been running. We would have seen the culprit. Obviously, that didn't happen, but would they really have used such a risky method to break in?
No.
Is Amapal's camera even working? That might be the first thing you need to confirm.
For now.
Does something seem off to you, Master? Let's check the solution keys then.
the culprit?
Amapal is sturdy and has been. While extending or retracting an arm, the controls for the camera and body do not function.
Hopped off Amapal as the door opened. Then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible even for Think the Slaughter Artist. Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit,
Couldn't.
Slash through this mystery. Amapel is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
you little maggots. Don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
Man, I don't like Yomi as a character, but like this design of Mystery Labyrinth Phantom Yomi is pretty cool. I mean, you're not supposed to like Yomi.
I get it. So Amapal couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Yes.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates. That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they entered the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design, and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead. I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary. Just like this passageway. Where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display. A room of nightmares.
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
Huh?
With this thing!
Hey, Yuma. When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open,
Huh? Yeah?
at the time, the doctor was in the room, right?
Yes?
If the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is.
He was stabbed in the back.
If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him.
Yeah, just so he fucking grabbed him and stabbed him like this. Grab the guy, pull him close, fucking stab him like that, you know? Like, what's the issue?
Which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
He still could have been stabbed in the back. You could grab a guy and stab him in the back. I don't, like, what?
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
I don't think
Listen to my incredible words.
I don't think being stabbed in the back proves that there wasn't an intruder at all.
Your crappy deduction is worth less than shit! Everything you do is a fucking mistake!
Thanks. Thanks, Yomi. Okay.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind. That's all impossible!
Master!
There should be a contradiction somewhere. You gotta find it and repel it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try. Yeah, we gotta repel the wouldn't be in the back.
Your deduction is inconsistent. It's full of inconsistencies.
Oh, I dodged into that. For some reason, I thought it was gonna come the other way.
It wouldn't be from behind.
It would!
My plane doesn't hold up! No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way!
Yes, he could. What are you talking about?
The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
Oh, running is noisy. It's the fact that he can't hear it.
Yeah.
The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
Oh, I had to jump. I tried to dodge to the side.
And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back.
Oh.
Say,
That's right.
The culprit
That's why. That's what I was trying to
quickly
prove.
entered the
But
lab.
there's clearly something.
But the doctor was in the room at the
There's
time,
clearly
right?
something better that I have to use that on.
There's no way he missed an intruder. Running is noisy.
So true.
So Huesca would have heard and turned to face
No,
the
he
culprit.
wouldn't, because he's basically deaf.
And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged?
No.
Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming.
No, he wouldn't. There we go. Trying to use my evidence on things that aren't the clincher is like my biggest weakness in Danganronpa style game.
Hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you.
Oh?
There's a gaping hole in your logic. And there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
What? I refuse to see the truth? Vivia said the same thing. But
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
Yeah.
that's because the culprit is the hitman.
If that's the case, why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? And that would end the labyrinth.
It's because we don't know who the hitman is or something.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
In my eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit
Is because the hitman's like a fake or something, or
is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
oh,
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth.
is the truth that Yako killed this fucking guy?
That's why you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough.
That
Just
can't be.
ignore this guy
That
and
can't
keep
be the
going.
truth.
Hey!
That's crazy.
Yuma.
No.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? The huge hole in this investigation.
What are you...
Just ignore him.
Let's review your deduction, shall we?
No.
The culprit took advantage of Amapal's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapal while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
We already told you that.
They let them in or something.
The culprit rode on top of Amapal as master
No,
control and
no.
was taken
No,
all
that's
the way to the doctor's lab.
Shinigami. He means like how'd the guy get access to this area in Amaterasu Corporation anyway?
But if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
They wouldn't have been shocked because we were rewinding time.
Oh.
This is the end for you.
And
You have nowhere
how
left to
did they
go.
live through the poison gas too? That's the
Oh, come on. Why now?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward. As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this, too, is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth? Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth. I'll find the truth no matter what. This is for the Chief and everyone at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Good luck, you'll never find it.
Kodo Kagetsuchi is looking real sus to me.
You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come!
Ghost form, security log, Fubuki's forte.
Keep playing with your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
Fubuki!
Let's drag through this mystery.
I mean, if the truth is that we let them in, I already figured that much out. because, like, obviously they didn't get shocked because...
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte.
Yeah.
In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, you went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
That's really funny.
But...
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Yep.
Vivia...
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in. What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Why, Vivia?
Great. Great. I have to cut you down too? Great. Wonderful. Come on. Come on, dude. Why do you have to be like this?
Look, be it.
Need a spacesuit. Oh.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas.
I agree.
The culprit would surely die. You should already know this, right? The gas is a special
Oh, why did I try to duck under that? What's wrong with me?
The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Huesca. No one can get
30 minutes.
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you. Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
Yep.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas. And no fortes that can nullify it. There's only one way you could get through it. You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapel taking you to the next room.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
Yeah, like an insane person.
It's the only explanation that makes sense. This is the truth. I can't believe it.
This person wanted to kill Huesca so bad that they fucking, like, were willing to die.
But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas.
Then they...
Are likely dead now.
The culprit... The culprit is...
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth. Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes? Isn't this what you wanted?
What's he talking about?
Yomi's mystery phantom and Vivia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Am I fucking right? Is it actually Yako? That's so dumb. If that's true, that's so crazy.
Up until now, the mystery labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit.
Because you already knew that it was Yako or something. But like, fucking who was the guy who ran off then?
And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is?
Or was there no guy that ran off and that was like a fake made by the game?
It's the hitman, right?
The truth is worthless. Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city. No one wants the truth. Not even you! Now, rot away and die right here! No one will get in my way. Kanai Lord, Amaterasu, they both belong to me!
Oh my god. This case is nuts, my guy.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poisoning. If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing?
Somebody did die, though.
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
By fucking stabbing themselves. Yako.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth? Your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
That's fine. It has to be.
Your deduction is wrong. Don't disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
The culprit misrepresented it by using the hitman.
This, I'll expose the truth. The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman. The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Use the hitman?
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor.
The hitman was hired to assassinate Yako.
They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
That's crazy.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor? But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
No.
All you would need is a similar knife. The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we'll leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the slaughter artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So, it was all a ruse? The real culprit made it look like the hitman?
Yep.
Stop. Stop, 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 stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Huesca was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
Yako.
The real culprit. The real culprit is...
The time has finally come.
What the fuck, man?
It's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then, show me your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
Now, expose the truth. Do it. If you want to burn the world
That's
down.
why that picture is relevant. The picture with Yako and that woman. The doctor probably did something to that woman. It's his motive. That picture's his motive. The map that he had is the map he used to carry out his plan. The threat was not only sent to the target, Doctor Huesca, but also to the peacekeepers and the Nocturnal Detective Agency. However, according to Vivia's investigation, there's never been a case. I think it's the photo. It's got to be the photo.
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab. There was a person pictured with a
Yeah, that's
woman.
absolutely Yako.
That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No. Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
But we all already know it at this point.
I don't understand, but... Good luck, Master! I'm always by your side, haunting you!
It's Yako. Oh, this sucks.
Chief. Yako.
God. Crazy, man. Crazy. Fucking crazy. This game is insane. This game is insane.
Huh? Why?
he's the killer. Shinigami.
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab. In other words, the chief was the hitman's target. But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue. And that's because the person in the photo is Chief Yako himself. It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit? Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder?
Yeah.
He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
Don't forget this stuff.
The anemic vampire is going to throw questions back at you to back to back. Press the correct button when you think you've got the correct answer. You'll take damage if you avoid all assailing assaults.
The phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter, but I'll do it anyway.
You're not killing him.
Because it's something I must do. While the chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat?
Yako wrote it, obviously.
Why would the chief send it? If he was the killer. Answer me, Yuma.
Why did Yako send the death threat?
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger, which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place. All the master detectives headed to the secret lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
Huh? Their abilities?
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
Jesus, guys. Oh my god.
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene.
They needed the peacekeepers to be here so that Yako could actually get into the scene of the crime himself.
The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility. They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to give up.
I am well aware of the danger. I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers, and entered the lab. You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the Peacekeepers will see us.
Ooh.
I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
This is where he just ran off and went to hide.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
No, that's not it!
Oh, no, it's the...
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
I just expected it to give me the right answer, because it did give me the
Was
right
the
answer
blackout
the other time.
part of the plan? So the one who caused it,
Wasn't Dr. Huesca.
was that also the chief?
It's not him. I didn't think it was. I shouldn't have hit that if I didn't think it was. I should have just went with what I thought it was.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and
I
hid
genuinely
inside
thought it was the
airlock.
hitman, though. Which, like, makes sense.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it,
Was the hitman.
was that also the chief?
No. You... Nope. It was the hitman.
The chief was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it. So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job. He instructed the hitman to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It made us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check
Yep.
on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start. He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
Crazy.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
I can't believe Yako was willing to kill himself over and over again just to kill this guy.
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte.
And then ultimately die to the poison gas still.
The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us.
God.
He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all. He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their Fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder!
I don't know if it's that simple.
Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all!
I feel like he did it for a good reason.
Master, grab that coward and...
Enough!
Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yako saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything, even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times, but still, I really admired him.
Yeah.
So, why? Why did you do it? Is this about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me! Or
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right?
I feel like I'm gonna like cry. This is awful.
Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding. But that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it.
Yeah.
The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found. So, he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the mystery labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
eliminate the chief?
Are you really going to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die.
I don't want that. Can't say I do.
But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically dead anyway. Like, fuck.
Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
I have no choice, man. It's him or me, and you, in a way.
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
This is fucked.
You know, I liked it. Surprising.
You liked what?
The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective.
Oh, I thought he
Agency.
was saying like I liked solving this mystery that was gonna kill our chief. Jesus Christ.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time. But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
Yeah, because he knew that this investigation would destroy literally everything we had built.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone. Neither the chief nor you.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this.
I don't though.
What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here?
They die, they go to jail. Doesn't matter.
Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
That's not possible.
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my
And
conviction.
this is the time, and it's impossible.
The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes. And yet you intend to continue.
Oh my god.
If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the Chief's soul called out to us?
Huh?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it?
Yako, you're a shithead. Even in death, you are a shithead.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
JoJo reference. You went out on a damn JoJo reference.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
Entrust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God in your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the Chief, then I will lend a hand.
Wow. He goes from actively standing in my way to being, like, directly at my side. That's so crazy.
I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high.
Yeah.
Because I, too, am a detective.
There you go, Vivia.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
You had to say the stand proud JoJo reference line again. He had to.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
And we kill him. And we kill him. Woo! Woo! Boom, kill him. Yeah, woo! Yeah, kill him. I'm not upset about this at all. I'm so happy. Woo! Oh. Fuck. Oh, here we go. Lay it all out. Okay. This is intercom. Knife. We got Amaterasu, Peacekeepers. Bit there. Peacekeepers, that's gonna be who was it sent to? Bubaki. I think the Slaughter Artist. And our boy Yako. He killed himself. Sort of. In a really elaborate way, but he's responsible for his own death at the very least.
Step right up, step right up!
Damn.
Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives! 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters! Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction data bomb!
Yeah.
The victim in this case is one Doctor Huesca. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the Doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ. He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Room killing a shut-in is hard work. The human thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Yeah, with that out of the way. Posing as a hitman, the culprit sent a death threat to the Peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research lab.
Okay.
At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
Yep.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the master detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all.
Real cool thing we did there.
The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Mikoto at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Desuhiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber.
Ugh.
Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us. But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
This whole "the doctor's in danger" spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick!
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
But that time, the old geezer was playing games
Yep.
with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap! That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies! He really got you there, Master!
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The doctor's sham made the case even more confusing. Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Amapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the unpalatable
Crazy.
Express. First stop, a shower of toxic gas. Humans can't protect themselves against
Absolutely
the gas,
insane.
and since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high voltage shocks. One wrong move, it was instant death. But thanks to that shock escape, we got all the continues we could want.
Yep.
So we managed a perfect clear. The critical lab was finally free.
Absolutely insane.
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a
I think he
result.
only died twice in my playthrough that way, so you know, that's fine.
The camera feed was affected when the culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilled blood. On to the next thing.
Man, how fucky would it be if, like, on one of the rewinds, like, well, actually, I think the camera got disabled the second that it was fried, too, so we wouldn't have even seen Yako's face. I was gonna say, if he fell over the robot and, like, we got on camera, but it wouldn't have happened.
Then the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Gramps was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was
The game went dark because I hadn't touched the controller.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Amapal entered. But they knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman
Crazy.
and stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with a toxic gas, so death was inevitable. However, dying by gas would expose them as the doctor's killer. So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
So insane.
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the master detective's capabilities.
Yeah.
They knew those powers would get them close to the doctor.
I just don't know why.
But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I have no idea why he did this.
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Huesca, and even included his own death in the plot. Yako Furio! It was you!
Yep. Fucking crazy. This game's insane. I have the worst reactions to everything, like, but my god, this game's insane.
I will expose the truth!
Kill him. He's basically dead, just kill him anyway.
But why? Chief Yako, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
Ugh.
Surging bloodlust. Over overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami
This one don't feel great.
shall expunge this cursed case.
Oh, we're killing him.
Down to all deplorables. Through to the final mystery labyrinth.
Woo! This don't feel great. Rip Yako. Oh! No, you can't do that. You can't change the animation on me and make me feel even worse. No! No! No, you can't have him go out peacefully! No!
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Buzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual. I wonder why.
We shouldn't let our guards down yet. Do you really think we're done here?
Huh?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought? If so, we could just leave, right?
Suppose. I'm gonna say some remain. I'm crazy.
No, we haven't uncovered everything.
We don't know
yet.
why he did it.
No, there are still some mysteries remaining.
Huh? What's remaining? I reaped the culprit's soul already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered, for Chief Yako's sake. Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. You know I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left.
Yep.
That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master.
Here we go. Okay.
Are you ready to play
Remaining
Shinigami
mystery
Brother?
is Doctor Huesca's. Okay, I want to.
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
Not like letting me read them, and I don't know. I don't know. It's a 5-letter word. I don't know. M. Fuck. L. Shit.
That's not it.
God damn it. O. I.
That's not it.
E.
Nice.
This is it.
Oh, come on. Restart from last checkpoint, obviously. Hopefully that starts us at the beginning of this minigame. Yeah, okay. Is it enemy? Is the word enemy?
Master's naivete. I mean, that's weird.
We should. Do you really?
Huh?
Do you have? If so,
No. No.
Huh? Hey, read the...
Maybe.
We already saw this. Let's
Please.
come on.
Oh, fuck. You know what? First, that should open...
I'm gonna see if enemy works. That's the best word I can think of right now.
Try to solve it, lickety-split! Nice! That's not
Okay,
it.
it's not.
Tick-tock, that's not it! Right!
Okay. Oh, shit.
Go, go, go!
Email. Oh. I don't know why I couldn't figure out that word. I mean, that just makes sense, right? God, I'm silly. I was trying to think of, like, the person who was emailing him and, like, a way of saying that. But, like, it's just, duh, email, duh. Just say the email itself, not, like, I was thinking contact, like, words that would describe the person who was in contact with him.
The labyrinth must be breaking down so slowly because the identity of the culprit isn't the only mystery. But it's still definitely coming down, so you better hurry, Master!
Yeah, got it.
Yuma, I'll follow you to the end until you reach the truth.
Thank you.
Alright, here we go. I thought we were done here, but apparently we're not. Hidden dungeon.
Do you regret this?
I regret everything.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
I've been thinking. Remember what the Chief's soul said? If you keep that in mind while knowing who the true culprit is, doesn't it seem like he wanted you to find the truth?
I would say so.
Even though he was the culprit himself.
Why's that?
Maybe there's a hidden truth behind this case, and the Chief wanted us to find it.
There could be some anonymous person involved.
If Anonymous is part of this case, they must have a motive for killing Dr. Huesca as well. The doctor knew about the secret dealings and was planning to flee from Kanai War by himself, after all. Could it be that Anonymous took advantage of Chief Yako by instigating him to commit murder?
Yes. It's unlikely the Chief just happened to kill Dr. Huesca right as he was planning to flee.
If that's true, Anonymous isn't just involved in
They're
the
basically
case.
responsible.
They could be the mastermind, the Grey Eminence.
Gray's my 13th favorite color!
Why are you telling me that now?
The case is already solved.
No, it's not.
All these crimes were committed by Yako on his own. Now, get out of here.
No.
What was that voice?
Someone's trying to stop us from solving this mystery. Now we know. The mastermind is somewhere within this labyrinth.
So true.
Get out. 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 Get out.
What's with this guy? Creepy!
We can't let this stop us. There's one more truth still hidden here. We have to find it. We need to know why the chief committed this crime.
Right. We'll figure this out.
All right. And I can't believe the amount of mistakes I have made in this freaking mystery labyrinth. It's kind of funny. Like, most of them are relatively small, but like, I feel like I have not been playing at my best. Which is fine, you know, whatever.
Get out.
No. No, it's not. No. No!
That claim doesn't hold up! No, it still isn't solved yet! I will discover who the mastermind is! I will solve every mystery! I will not turn away from the truth!
Yako's the culprit. Everything is done by Yako alone.
How did he get the map then?
He hired Big the slaughter.
That is true.
He prepared the murder weapon. He even killed the doctor.
All of that is true.
Acted alone.
The thing that isn't true is that he acted alone.
So what about this anonymous? Even if they did, you'll never find out who they are. There's nothing connecting Yako to anonymous.
I'll flash through this mystery!
The map.
Chief Yako tried to hide this floor plan along with that photo of himself. It was strange for him to have this in the first place. This is the link between Anonymous and the Chief.
Kill you in the name of justice. Kill you.
I feel like I've heard that before. Oh, ooh, ow! Ooh, that's interesting.
Everything. Who cares about some... map? It doesn't prove a damn thing. It has nothing to do with the doctor's murder. This... anyone can find it.
This is the truth!
No. It's confidential.
The floor plan the Chief had was from the lab's storage.
Yeah, no, Yako.
But that room was
Ooh,
locked.
Yomi,
No
Yomi,
one
Yomi,
could
Yomi,
enter.
Yomi.
It was complete. Only the director of the Peacekeepers had access. So, the only person who could have gotten that floor plan was...
Yomi.
Peacekeeper Director Yomi.
I accidentally clicked quickly on one of those lines and I don't know what was said. Sorry about that.
The anonymous person who gave Chief Yako the floor plan and pushed him to commit murder
Yomi.
was... you! The director of the Peacekeepers! Yumi Hell Smile!
Yeah. Of course it was. Of course it was. Fuck Yomi, dude. All my homies hate Yomi.
You were the mastermind.
Oh, they still had water, I don't. Oh, that's sad.
You were pulling the strings from behind the scenes. You instigated the chief to commit murder!
I never thought someone as empty as me could feel so much emotion. This is the first time in my life I felt this angry.
Good.
How did you do it? What did you do to drive the chief to murder? Answer me!
I'm not telling you anything, idiot.
Huh?
So what if you figured it out? Who cares? It's too late now, you pathetic ingrates. Everyone died just as I planned. Now no one can stand in my way. No one can lay a hand on me. You should be grateful. I'm cleaning up this city.
What did you say?
Master, I hate to admit it, but Yomi's right. You can't do anything to him here.
Why not?
He manipulated Fuzzhead from behind the scenes, but he wasn't the one who murdered the doctor. This mystery labyrinth is for the murder of Doctor Huesca. You can't punish Yomi.
That's so dumb.
Then what can we do? He has to pay for what he did!
Dude, that's when you just fucking pull a gun on him in the real world and fucking kill him. And
We can't do anything! That's why I'm freaking out too!
So, exposing the truth would be pointless? Then why have we been seeking it all this time?
The truth is meaningless. I'm in charge in Kanai Ward. I have to laugh. Who could have guessed things would go so well?
What about Makoto?
Yako Furio was a pain in the ass. The only reason I kept him alive is for this moment. He didn't even realize I was manipulating him into killing the doctor for me. How stupid can you be?
Oh, he totally did, though. Because why would he have left that map behind and all that other shit? Like I feel like he knew.
You'll pay for this!
Master, time's up. The mystery labyrinth is about to be destroyed.
If only we had found out what he was up to sooner, we might have been able to stop him. Still, I should be able to bring this memory back into the real world. I'll remember this confession. I'm not sure if it'll help, but I'll interrogate him once we return to the real world.
It doesn't matter. I'll cover it all up. You're all nothing but scum beneath my feet. I'm untouchable.
What about Makoto Kakatsuchi? I feel like he could do something to you.
And now, I'm gonna dispose of you, like the trash you are!
Damn it!
This sucks. Sucks so bad. I mean, that's the natural conclusion, though, right? Corrupt police force that controls justice, getting away with all the crimes because they're the ones who make the rules.
Hey, hurry up! Execute these scumbags immediately! Criminals have no rights!
Yeah, so that means you have no rights.
You will pay for this!
What's with that look? Are you seriously going to defy me?
Yes.
Well, I don't care. You're all going to die now.
This is real bad, Master. He's serious.
Wait. Director Yomi Hellsmile. We know all about your secret dealings with Dr. Huesca.
What? Did you say something? Maybe I'll kill the loudest one of you first. If you have something to say, go ahead. I can't hear you. Come on, who wants to be the first to die?
Damn it!
Forget it. I guess I'll just kill both of you at the same time.
Oh, great.
This guy isn't listening to a thing we say. If he was the real culprit, I'd both kill him.
It's all going exactly how he wants. Solving the case didn't help anything.
We're not quite stuck yet, though.
Goodbye. Hope you
'Cause
enjoy
there's
the
another
worst
chapter of the
nightmare
game,
of
right?
your life as you die.
The only one who will be having nightmares is
Thank you, Makoto Kagutsuchi.
You! I thought you went back to the surface! What are you doing here?
Well, Yomi, there's something I want you to see. What do you think of this?
Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo! We got him.
How did you get that?
Most of the secret deals you've been making over the years are listed here. Looks like someone's been cooking the books.
Woohoo!
You conspired with Dr. Huesca and leaked Amaterasu's technology to other national enterprises. And with the money you obtained, you bribed the right people to control this city.
Lies! You made that all up! Hey! I don't care if he is the CEO. Arrest this masked freak! We can't let this outsider barge in here and take control of this city! Capture him, execute him, chop his head off, crush his skull! What's wrong? Why are you just standing there? If you're scared, then I'll offer a bounty! Whoever kills him gets 100 million yen!
Yeah.
Won't you obey me? He's using false information to tear the Peacekeepers apart! You want that? You'll all be out of a job! Kanai Ward is better off without people like him! This city's fallen into ruin ever since he showed up! Now follow my orders! This city doesn't belong to him. It belongs to me, the Great Yomi!
No.
I'm sorry, Director Yomi. This city doesn't belong to anyone.
Yo, I thought she was dead.
You... Martina, you're alive?
Makoto stopped the execution order you issued. I am here today, thanks to him.
Nice.
Martina is right. Kanai Ward belongs to everyone who lives here. It doesn't belong to you!
Shinigami?
Probably best to stay quiet and watch for now.
So, you're on that freak's side now?
I mean, you literally tried to kill her, so, you know.
I won't stand for this. You're a member of the Peacekeepers! I won't allow such insubordination!
Director Yomi, there's something I'd like to say to you. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to consult with a lawyer.
Ah.
Your reign is over, Yomi Hellsmile. Now, everyone, arrest the offending suspect. Please, do not be too rough. Even criminals have rights.
So true. Based.
Damn it. Damn you!
I mean, you can be as rough with him as you want because he's a fucking
Mark my
asshole.
words, you
But
masked bastard! Yomi Hellsmile will be back! And when I am, I'll kill you! I'll rip you to pieces for taking everything from me!
you're a dick, dude.
You're all dead! I'll kill every last one of you!
Fuck you, Yomi Hellsmile.
As we discussed before, upon receiving his punishment, I hereby resign from my role in the Peacekeepers.
You don't have to.
I must. This is my way of taking responsibility as his accomplice. Well, Chief Executive Makoto, I hope you will see to the rest.
Alright.
Sorry for causing so much trouble. That should settle things for now.
What's going on?
While the Peacekeepers had their hands full with the lab incident, I snuck into Yomi's room and looked around. And there, I found this file. It's all thanks to you.
Don't tell me. You meant to bring us here to be a decoy from the start?
Absolutely, he did.
It was all just a series of coincidences.
Looks like I wasn't able to die once again. Well, at least things worked out.
Thanks, Vivia.
That was really dangerous. I thought you were done for, Master.
Yo, that was freaking crazy. Update, no longer dead. Oh my god. Oh my god! This game's freaking crazy, man.
Makoto showing up really saved us. Though it seems like he was using me and the others.
That pisses me off. Let's give him a piece of our minds.
Yeah. I think it's about time I talk to him.
I'm sorry about what happened to Chief Yako. With Yomi gone, there's a change in the winds of Kanai Ward. Even through the endless downpour, I will rebuild this city from the ground up. Because I love this city more than anyone else.
I see.
By the way, how did your investigation at the secret lab go? Did you find what you were looking for? You know, the so-called immortal monster, the homunculus.
No.
No. I didn't find anything.
Maybe homunculi are just rumors. But let me know if you'd still like help in your search. If it's within my power, I'll permit you detectives to search anywhere in Kanai Ward.
Thanks.
Well, I need to get going. You should return to your friends. I'm sure they're worried about you.
Plus, you need to tell everyone what happened to Fuzzhead.
Oh, one more thing. I have a gift for you, my friend. To express my gratitude.
A gift?
Kanai Ward will be reborn, thanks to you.
I haven't done anything.
No, that's not true. Please, accept the gift. We're friends, aren't we? Oh, but don't open it yet. It's a bit of a surprise.
Sure. Okay.
See you later.
Look, he is back!
Are you alright? We saw a bunch of peacekeepers heading that way.
Well, how did the investigation go?
The case is closed.
Closed? Really?
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Now the Chief can rest without any regrets.
Rest? Wait. Do you mean the Chief? Wait, you're joking, right?
He passed away quite a while ago. I was hoping he would live until Yuma and the others returned, but there was nothing we could do.
A while ago? And that means he was dead before the mystery labyrinth.
Damn. Literally already dead.
No, it can't be. Chief Yako, please, tell me you're only sleeping. I will turn back time now, so please, open your eyes!
Fubuki, it's not worth it, man.
Stop it. There's no need to keep pestering the Chief.
But...
I wish I could do something too. But he's dead. As a detective, you should understand that.
Ugh.
Don't sob like a baby. I want to cry too, but...
There's just no point, man.
Was he already dead? Or was it due to the mystery labyrinth? We'll never know.
I think I'll head home now. My business here is done.
No, it's not. We need to tell them the truth.
So cold-hearted. As usual. He's like an emotionless robot.
No, he's not. He's leaving so he can cry.
Vivia, we should head back too. With the Chief, of course.
Ugh. The matter. Ah, this blows. This blows so hard, man. Sucks. I wonder if in the end we're gonna tell them the truth or
Master,
not.
how long are you gonna let this get you down?
For the rest of the time. Just for the rest of my mortal existence.
I know you're shocked that Buzzhead was the culprit. But you and I solved it together, so shouldn't we be celebrating?
Solved it? Yes, we did learn the truth. But it didn't resolve anything. What's the point of solving something if it doesn't save anyone? In the end, we still don't know why the Chief did it. How could you even consider it solved?
I understand why you're upset. Alright, I'll leave you alone for now. Yuma? I thought you'd be here.
Kurumi,
Hey! I just promised I'd give him some alone time!
are you sure you should be walking around alone at this hour?
I heard about Chief Yako. Hey, Yuma. Did we make a mistake? If we didn't try to find that secret lab, maybe Chief Yako would still be alive.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know if what we did was right or wrong. But either way, I think it would have ended like this eventually.
I'm glad to see that you've returned safely.
Thank you.
To tell the truth, while you were at the lab, I looked into Chief Yako's past a bit.
Ooh.
Huh?
I was just curious. Do you remember that talk on the submarine?
To me, this town is my life. My bitter past, my fun memories, they're all right here. I just wanted to protect the happiness I found within arm's reach. But it wasn't easy. It was too much for me to handle on my own. And as a result, I lost everything. I was an empty shell until you all came along.
Ugh.
In short, the chief lost his wife 4 years ago. She was a researcher at Amaterasu's lab.
Makes sense why he hates him.
The chief's wife was an Amaterasu researcher?
On top of that, his wife's death was declared an accident. But there seems to be more to the story. At the time, the lab's head researcher was suspected of leaking technological information. It was the chief's wife that blew the whistle. If what she said was true, he would have been removed. But on the day before the commission came to investigate, an experiment went wrong and exploded, killing her.
It's obvious that someone was trying to silence her.
Yeah. Chief Yako probably suspected that too. He was conducting his own investigation. In the end, I don't know what conclusion he reached.
So that's who the chief wanted to protect most. It's what he meant when he said he lost everything.
Ugh.
And the person his wife accused was... Huesca.
Ugh.
Doctor Huesca.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Shit, man.
It's getting late. Let's head back to the detective agency. The chief's final words. I think they were actually meant for himself.
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
But I think he was wrong. Because everyone is mourning you, Chief. Chief, I've made up my mind. No matter how cruel it may be, I will expose the truth hidden in this city.
Oh my jeez, man. Oh.
Hey, did you come up with this dish yourself? I've never had anything so tasty.
Thank you. Cooking is all I'm really good at, after all.
Are you hungry? Can I make you something at the agency?
Well, I guess I haven't eaten in a while.
What? This flatty is gonna mix something dangerous into your food. I suggest you stay far away. All right. What should I make? I need to cheer you up.
I just want to get to the end of the chapter. That's my goal right now. Kind of at the point where I'm just about ready to end, but I want to get to the end of the chapter.
I'll go on ahead and make something in the kitchen.
She seems rather considerate. She's a nice girl.
Yeah.
I wish you'd be more considerate to me.
Yuma, does light shine into your world now that you've obtained the truth?
Nah, man.
I don't know. It's like you said. I feel as though the world's ended. I tried so hard to find the truth. Should I not have done that?
You should ask yourself that tomorrow. The you of tomorrow will have an answer for the you of today.
That is such a, like, deep statement that basically means nothing.
As usual, I'm not quite sure what you mean, Vivia. What's that?
It was hidden in the drawer of the chief's desk. It seems like a letter from Anonymous.
Anonymous? You mean Yomi?
Of course, he didn't know Anonymous was Yomi. This letter mentioned the truth behind his wife's death 4 years ago.
The truth?
It describes how Dr. Huesca conspired to murder her. The facts were laid out, cold and calculated. I wonder, how did the chief feel when he read it?
Probably pretty destroyed.
It's not hard to imagine him burning with a desire for revenge against Dr. Huesca. By the way, this letter arrived right after I was dispatched to Kanai Ward. In other words, the motive and means were both in the chief's hands.
So the letter was the trigger.
In my ghost form, I've seen the chief staring at this letter in secret many times. Back then, I didn't know what he was reading, but I know the chief was thinking about it constantly. Perhaps the map of the lab was sent together with this letter.
If so, then it was a total setup.
Yo.
I'm sure the chief deeply regretted using our fortes as part of his crime. Or maybe that's just the truth I seek. Maybe it's nothing more than wishful thinking.
You might be right. I think the chief wavered back and forth the whole time.
Yeah, I agree.
Some people think Vivia is cold-hearted, but I think he cared deeply for the chief. He really did admire him.
Well, I think he's terrible at showing it. He needs to work on his facial expressions at the very least.
By the way, Yuma. Yomi definitely was the mastermind who worked in the shadows to put this together. But that aside, there's one more person I'm curious about.
You mean Makoto Kagutsuchi? I know. Do you think it was a coincidence he brought me to the lab today?
No, not at all.
Or...
Can't have been.
Oh, the phone.
It's a call from the WDO. We should go back inside.
I know about Yako Furio. Who could have suspected that a proud detective of the WDO would commit murder?
He doesn't know anything.
If only the World Detective Organization had sent support to Kanai Ward sooner.
Stop it. There's no point in saying that now.
I can hear you. Enough idle talk. Focus. The only thing a detective must do is solve cases. Concentrate on solving mysteries. Emotions will only shackle you as a detective.
Ugh.
Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction.
That's so trash.
I know you're suffering from the loss of your chief, but the investigation must continue. Until Kanai Ward's ultimate secret is revealed, the great global mystery will never be solved. These are heavy responsibilities. It demands your complete attention.
In that case, please tell us, what is the great global mystery? Many master detectives have already been killed. Keeping us in the dark could lead to more deaths. Like what happened to our chief.
Very well. The great global mystery is a mass kidnapping case.
Okay.
Huh? Kidnapping?
Yes, countless people from around the world have been kidnapped and taken to Kanai Ward.
What?
We are searching for the heinous criminal responsible.
Heinous criminal? Lots of people have been taken to Kanai Ward?
Huh.
But where could they gather that many people in this city?
Well, I have an idea.
Huh? Seriously?
The restricted area that Halara was investigating last time.
You'd better go have a chat, Master.
Most likely.
The restricted area. They could gather all the kidnapped people there.
You're right. That would be the perfect place to hide them.
I was planning on discussing it later, but there is some new information about that place. It appears that the restricted area does in fact have a corpse disposal facility.
Ooh.
However, there are lots of rumors about the restricted area. For example, they even say it's a corpse disposal facility where bodies from Kanai Ward are dumped off. What? That rumor was true?
In Kanai Ward, corpses rot easily due to the humidity from the rain, so they are quick to retrieve bodies.
Okay.
The corpses are then loaded onto trucks and transported to the restricted area for disposal. But that process is managed by a department with a handful of people working directly for Amaterasu's CEO.
Ooh.
On top of that, they are only involved in transportation. They aren't aware of what happens afterwards.
What do you mean what happens afterwards?
How the bodies are buried and who buries them is a mystery.
All of this secrecy around the burials. It's suspiciously cautious.
The CEO is that Makoto guy, right? Does he have something to do with the corpse burials? But how is the global kidnapping case related to a corpse disposal facility?
I think that's pretty, like pretty closely knit together, you know? Like, I feel like that's obvious to figure out how that fits together, you know?
I know! They are forcing the kidnapped people to bury the bodies!
No, they're probably killing them.
I doubt it. Why bother kidnapping just for that?
Anyway, there's definitely something happening in the city. Something sinister.
The homunculus research thing, and, yeah.
We just don't know what it is.
While we're at it, perhaps I should share the information I've obtained as well.
Huh? You got something too?
That anemic vampire knows something. I sure wish we'd gotten the whole story right away. Let's go find out what that anemic vampire has to say.
Alright.
I don't know if it has anything to do with what's going on here. But while I was using spectral projection to search for the secret lab, I kept hearing about a strange rumor in town. There's a taboo among Kanai Ward's residents. Something they must never discuss in front of outsiders.
Taboo?
He's probably the only one who could have learned that. I doubt anyone would mention it in front of detectives.
True.
So what was it about?
The Blank Week Mystery.
What?
The Blank Week Mystery?
Unfortunately, all I know is its name, and that it's taboo to mention it in Kanai Ward.
Huh? That's it? I don't get it.
Well, it does sound ominous. Maybe it has something to do with the mass kidnapping and the restricted area.
And all we have to go on is the term.
Yup.
The Blank Week Mystery is taboo in Kanai Ward.
So much for making food after the stream's over, because it's like midnight and I'm just not gonna bother. I'll just fucking, like, set an alarm and then make food in the morning, I guess. Guess I just didn't eat today, lol.
I wonder if Karuna has heard about it. I should ask her after this meeting with number 1.
She's an informant who may be hiding information. If that's true, you'll have to torture the info out of her.
The Great Global Mystery, the Restricted Area, the Blank Week Mystery, and a heinous criminal pursued by the WDO. After coming this far, we're still discovering more mysteries. How are they all connected? What is going on in Kanai Ward?
Listen closely, detectives. If this case is ignored, more people will fall victim. You are the only ones who can stop it.
Why is his...
The World Detective Organization never overlooks a mystery. Any and all truths must be exposed.
Why is his voice line so, like, out of sync with his mouth?
As always, we are aiming for a perfect solution. Now that I'm involved in this case, I will guide us to that end.
Oh, probably because it's... The animation was originally made in Japanese. And such.
Go forth, proud detectives. Eliminate all
What? What's going on?
What was that flash?
Number 1, I heard an explosion. What's that? Another branch. A news flash. Alright, give me the video feed.
We bring you breaking news. The WDO headquarters has been struck by a terrorist bombing. Here's live footage from the scene. You can see the fierce fire consuming
Damn.
it. For those of you just tuning in.
A terror attack?
The WDO. What's going on?
What is this? What is happening? Master, this is...
Oh, shoot.
What is this?
What the hell?
I must rewind.
No, it's gas. Everyone, hold your breath.
I wanna die someday.
Hey, Master!
The hell? Who the fuck slipped the fucking thing onto me? What? Yo, crazy, crazy. Yo. I don't want to end here, but I feel like I have to. I mean, I do want to end here. Like, being realistic, I do. The thing is, I want to keep playing the game. I don't want to keep playing it right now in, like, the sense of, like, sitting at my desk and continuing to play, but I want to keep playing it right now in the sense of, like, I want to find out what's gonna happen next, you know? But, we're gonna save, and, I'll see you guys next time. I stream Raincode. I hope you guys have been enjoying the playthrough so far. If you have, and you're not currently following on Twitch, if you're watching on Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube and you're not currently subscribed, just do those. Hit the follow button, hit subscribe, all that stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go for now, so, bye for now, guys. Peace out. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.